All right, guys. Level 60 equips. I've got full level 60 equip basically now. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what to roll on your 60 equips, not the gear pieces. I already made a video on the gear pieces. Go watch that if you are curious on what gear sets to get. But I'm actually gonna show you guys what to roll on your gear. So for starting off with my favorite piece to work on is the glove. Go to Reforge, look at the Reforge. You want 5% ignore defense and 5% damage to boss. Personally, I like rolling damage to boss first because damage to boss doesn't raise as early as the ignore defense does. Like when you start leveling up your gloves, your ignore defense will go up by like a lot, but the damage to boss stays at 5% to like 120 or something. It stays at 5% for quite a long time. So I personally like rolling damage to boss first. However, ignore defense at the beginning of the game, well, not beginning of the game, like more like the middle of the game, is by far the better stat. Reason being is the reason it's the better stat on the glove mid game is because you need 100% ignore defense. You are not going to be doing your full damage at 100% ignore defense. So this stat makes it a lot easier to reach that 100% threshold to do your full damage, or even 80%, and then you're playing like a pyromancer or something, and you get that 100% with the active normal attacks passive up. But ignore defense is the best stat to have on here for mid game, and then late game damage to boss is the better stat to have because your ignore defense will be so high. However, you should be rolling both of them. I know that people in the server probably already have it. Like, let's go to gear rankings, gloves, boom. First one, 5%, 5%. You guys should be rolling for this. Obviously, maybe if you don't get a 5%, 5%, it's okay. Like a 5%, 3%, 5%, 4% is not a big deal. I think you should have 5% at least on one of them, but if 5%, 5%, 5%, 4%, 5%, 3% are all acceptable currently. Later, you will have to change that. But right now, currently, those are acceptable. So, yeah, that is the first thing. Now, for your pants, this one is the most simple. Guardian's attack literally just doesn't benefit you. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm pretty sure it only affects active guardians. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. But you're gonna want to roll crit damage on this, and then probably wait for recast to come out. And if, for those of you who don't know what recast is, level 90 or 95, I believe it'll come out, and I'll make a video on that at the time. But crit damage 10% on this. Get that 10% stays to for like level 125, 130 ish. So go ahead and roll that 10% crit damage. I would say keep your pants at level 60 really until you can roll that 10% crit damage. But otherwise, yeah. Now, next is the chest piece, which unfortunately can only roll one gold stat, which is crit resistance. Um, when assist cards or a second, yeah, I think they're called assist cards come out, you will need to unfortunately roll crit resistance. However, for the time being, I just recommend rolling strength or int on your lines and then getting like so basically what you want to do. I don't want to spend my adamantine right now, but you want to hit reforge, get this crystal, get this crit res, keep it, use the crit res, and then when level 90 or 95, whenever the recast comes out, you'll start you'll leave the line on there, but replace it with int or strength lines. But that is something for the future, so I'm not going to stress you guys out too much on that. As for the pants, roll dodge rate. 5% is the only one acceptable. Do not settle with 3%. Okay, obviously take 3% when you get it, but keep rolling for 5%. 3% is just too little in my opinion. It's just too little like to make a difference. I think 5% is good. It does go up, but I don't remember how much it goes up by at higher levels. So yeah, but 5% dodge rate. I don't really care for Guardian's HP. Wait for recast to go further on that. And then for boots, some people might not agree with me, but I think you need to roll both of these. I think you need both accuracy and debuff resistance on these boots. Debuff resistance is probably the most underrated stat in the game. Um, so yeah, roll both of these. But if you're a priest, I would only roll debuff resistance because saving resources and yada yada yada. But if you're a DPS, also like right now, you could in the sake of saving resources, also only roll accuracy. But I think that for optimal, it would be the 5% and 10%. But we got to work what we got to work with. And then Talisman, I'm not really going to speak on it because I don't have a gold talisman yet for 68. But yeah, lifesteal rate is going to be your option there. So, oh yeah, weapon, crit rate. Just get crit rate. Get crit rate. That's it. Just get crit rate. And yeah, that's what you want to roll for your gears. Hopefully, I explained that well enough. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.